Hi guys, back again. Yeah, it's been a minute. I started back to school and all that stuff. So let me see if I can make sure I see your comments. If you're here, say hi. A lot has happened since we've been together. Some happy things and some sad things. And I just want to offer my condolences to all the friends, my friends and my family that have lost loved ones since we've been together. That's hard. But you can always reach out to family and friends for support and encouragement and comfort. Especially goes out to my little Nicole Fritz, if you're there. If you're not, I understand. And my little cousin Ashley. They've had a great loss this last couple of few days, and I don't want it to go without being said. So what I plan on doing in this hour is creating a painting of Frida Kahlo. As many of you know, on September 5th, from September 15th to October 15th, has been designated as National Latinx History Month. All right? And so in honor of that, Frida Kahlo seems like a wonderful person that we can look into her life and try to understand more about her art and her love and her life. And she really had a very difficult life. She had a hard life, but in the midst of that hard life, she made some wonderful art. Hey, Kelly. Thanks for joining. All right, so this painting is not for beginners necessarily. You have to be very kind with yourself, okay? And so I did post on my wall an outline of Frida Kahlo that you could, pull up on your phone or pull up on your laptop and draw, use that as a guide to outline your canvas or whatever you're drawing on. I went in with a pencil earlier and I outlined Frida Kahlo's face. She did a lot of very interesting artwork that all had a deeper meaning. She was a follower of Sigmund Freud at a time when psychology was really a big deal. And, people were looking into having a deeper meaning and all that in life. She was born in Mexico and had a happy childhood, but she did get she contracted polio, which was a thing, a childhood ailment, but anybody could get it. But it weakened her legs, so she always walked with a limp. My father-in-law was stricken with polio also, and he had a weak arm because of it. But he went on to, live a pretty fruitful life. So now all the babies take vaccines so that they don't contract polio. Vaccines are not necessarily a bad thing, but in our recent history, it's been very politicized. But vaccines help prevent diseases. So we have a vaccine for polio now, but that affected her life, but it didn't really slow her down because her dad used to put her in all kinds of sports clubs to help strengthen her body. So she had a good dad that wanted the best for her. So let's see if we can get started painting now. We got our outline. I hope that you can pull that up somewhere on Facebook and draw the outline. And now we're going to try to get some skin tones. I don't have anything like peach, but I do have some fancy brown. I have some fancy brown for her face. But I'm going to paint the background turquoise, okay? Remember when there's some other people that are trying to do this on Google Meet, but I'm going to put this up. All right, so I am, because I started on Google Meet, and I don't have the same laptop that I normally use. This laptop that I'm using right now is my own personal laptop. My other laptop, my work laptop, is where I have all of the bookmarks. And I bookmark it so I don't have to try to remember it. So anyway, we're going to do it this way. All right, so the first thing I want to explain to you all, because I have some new people logging in today, and they're not quite in yet, but I do see you, Kelly, so I'm going to explain it because this very same video I'm going to put on my YouTube channel. So for the painting today, you're going to need 4 brushes. You're going to need a wide brush for the background, a medium brush for wider details like the flowers and the face, okay? This is the next size down. This is about a half an inch, okay? And then a more narrow brush, which is half of this middle one, and then a real tiny brush, which can be used for details like the eyebrows and maybe the jewelry around her neck, okay? So, you're also going to need water to rinse your brushes with, and a paper towel or a small cloth to dry your brush in between paint colors, okay? All right. So, let's paint the background. I'm going to paint the background a lovely, yummy turquoise color. I noticed that the Dollar Tree near my house has really stepped their paint and craft game up. So they not only have these 8-ounce bottles, is it 8 ounces? 6 ounce. They not only have the 6-ounce bottles, but they have a lot of the 2-ounce bottles also. All right, so all I can say about that is when you're in there, stock up. For more intermediate painters, they have this little medium that slows down the drying, because if you've done any work with acrylics, you know that it dries very quickly. So this slows down the drying process. It helps with a little bit with the blending of colors. So, just inbox me if you want to know the name of this particular product. But I don't think we're going to need it today. So I'm taking my turquoise. If you don't have turquoise, that's fine. You can use blue. Blue always makes a nice background. And let me just see if he's in here. Okay, so I'm going to paint, had some tech issues. I'm sorry that the live died out before. I would like to say I'm getting better at this, but I need more practice. So you can use blue. You can also use green, would be nice, like a lime green for the background. I'm going to use turquoise, and I'm going to get started. Okay. All right, I'm taking my biggest brush, filling it up full of some turquoise, and I'm going to paint around my outline. Some interesting facts about Frida Kahlo is not only was she overcame polio. Hey, Josh, how are you? It's not she not only overcame polio, but she also, as a young person, was in a horrible car accident, and it caused her tremendous pain all the rest of her life. But she was, even though she was married and wanted children, because of that accident, she was not able to have children. And I don't know what that feels like, but I know, I've heard stories that that's horrible, that people are really having, women have a very difficult time when they want the children and they're not able to have. And we should have grace for those people who cannot have their own children. We should have grace for them. It reminds me of a story, a Bible story, actually, if you want to go back. It reminds me of a Bible story of a woman who wanted a child so badly. It affected her whole life. She couldn't think of anything else. It was actually a very harsh stigma back in those days to be childless. And we don't want to do that in our lives. We want to love everybody. We don't want to judge anybody harshly. But anyway, she was not able to have children in her lifetime. And she had quite a few miscarriages. And she was after she was in that car accident, she actually laid on her back for a very long time. But the amazing thing was that her mom and the people in her family fixed a canvas above her bed and gave her paints. So while she was laying there, she painted some of her most famous paintings. So, I mean, you could look now, but right now I think you should be, if you're painting, continue to paint, but you should look her life up. Look at some of the paintings that she painted while she was hospitalized. It's not for children. All of her paintings are not for children because she demonstrates in her painting a lot of pain, and there's blood. And she suffered. But she did recover. She recovered. and she went on to live. She was pretty famous, actually. She was a bit of a communist. I guess that was popular back in the days. But yeah, she was definitely a communist. I don't want to turn this into a political thing. All right? Let's just meet folks where they are. You know what I'm saying? Let's meet people where they are. All right, so once your background is painted, you know what, I'm thinking about having a fall festival paint and sip out here where I live. Would anybody be willing to ride all the way out here for a paint and sip? A fall festival? And a little bit of an art show? Because those of you who have been painting with us a while, you have a bunch of paintings sitting around the house. Bring your paintings. We'll do an art show and a paint and sip. We'll play music and just enjoy each other's company. Yeah, that would be fun, I think. Okay. All right, my background is drying. I'm going to clean my brush. This is my medium brush. I'm waiting for... Oh, so I got some people interested in our fall painting stuff. Hot dog. Hey, I haven't set a date yet. Maybe you could help me do that, Miss Scorpio. Yeah, you're born in October. And then my niece is coming out in October as well. So, I don't know, we have to pick a day. We'll have to pick a date soon. But it's going to be a ticketed event. And it'll be an art show / paint and sip. Right here at my place, there's a room that I could rent. So that'll be fun. Sometime in October, I'm thinking. Give me an idea of some dates. All right, so while that's waiting, I'm going to clean... What? I don't see my... All right, let me just make sure all my people are here. All right, so let that background dry a little. I'm thinking about painting for the paint and sip. I think we'll paint door handles. I got an idea about that a while back. I want to make sure all my new people get here. But let me show you what I'm talking about while that's drying. Oh, over here. Okay, of course they're not here, right? Of course not. Oh, here they go. All right, so in Dollar Tree or your craft store, they have these little balsa wooden items that you can actually put on a door handle. And I think these are so adorable. I mean, if you paint something, so I don't know, maybe we could do something like this for the fall festival. Or maybe we could have two different things that we paint, being that we're going to be together long enough, but we could paint maybe little pumpkins or, something that has the fall, a fall leaf that has a wonderful saying on it or something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to come up with ideas, but I want you to bring all of the paintings that you've been painting when you come, so we could have an art show / painting set for the fall party. All right, I'm going to clean my water. Be right back. Okay, I got new water. I'm ready to go. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so she's in some of the film, the videos that I've seen of her. She has a nice tan complexion, and I have some nice tan paint right here. It's more of a peachy color. I don't have peach, but I do have this. And I'm going to maybe mix it with a little white just to soften it up a little bit. All right, let me get the white going. All right, here we go. A little tan and a little white to make her rosy complexion. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to cover her face. And I'm going to put a little bit of my little medium that slows the drying process down. Just so I can get her face covered without too much discoloration, okay? So let's get her face covered. I'm leaving the eyes. I'm leaving the eyes untouched. I'll go back in with my smaller brush. I'm actually using my larger brush for the face. That's okay. If you look into Frida Kahlo's life, it's very interesting that she actually married another very famous artist, Diego. That was oddly enough one of her instructors. Who am I to judge? But anyway, stuff happens like that, you know? I see Nick there. Hi, Nick. Bruce is here. Awesome. Wow, I'm so excited. I have new people. I've been directing people to my those new people need to know that you can go on my YouTube channel, which is Art Party by Grace, and you can get a whole video on what to buy to get ready for these paint things. But the end of October is good for, I'm glad you guys are suggesting a time. The wonderful thing about, well, I gotta admit that fall is the best. Fall is my best time of year. Absolutely. I think the only thing that I don't like about fall is that it gets darker earlier. But the lights and the parties and the pumpkins. A lot of, what do you call it, festivals and whatnot. So Frida Kahlo was a nice lady. She was a feisty little one before it was popular for women to be feisty. I'm telling you, yeah. She was feisty. Before it was popular, she was a feisty lady. In her paintings, she did a lot of self-portraits. And I think that's part of her work that she was doing with the whole, Freud thing. Yeah, she was definitely into some psychology with that. Right now, I'm just trying to even out her face a little bit. And the thing about painting, folks, I know sometimes you're just too harsh on yourself. Paintings should look like paintings, okay? Because if I wanted a photograph, I would take my camera out and take a picture. So, yeah, that part. Paintings should look like paintings. For those of you who've been following my artwork a little bit, I make sure, a lot of my paintings are very much folksy, like looks like folk art. All right, I'm gonna set a date for this fall festival paint and sip right here in my place, and I'm gonna create a itinerary, like things we're going to do on that day, art show / paint and sip. It's going to be a ticketed event. You have to RSVP. I know a lot of people say that they're interested, and then when it comes down to it, so don't do us like that now. Make sure you are ready to show up. I mean, I know stuff happens, so. All right, so I'm going to make her, you know what I do when I'm doing a portrait? I usually don't do paint portraits. I usually do portraits in pastels. But you're going to put this paint on just the same way you would put your makeup on. You notice that? Right, so I'm going to put a little pink on her cheeks, a rosy color on her cheeks. Brighten the old girl up a little bit. And put a little bit of my medium one there to slow down the, just do a little bit, just a touch. Just a touch. Cool. Hey, you want it to have that folksy look. You know what I mean? You want it to have that folksy look. Cool. All right. And I'm going to brighten up right down her nose. There we go. All right, I'm going to go in with my medium brush now, this one. Okay? And let's see if we could get her eyes done here. And then I'm going to go with my little tiny brush and do the, wait a minute, let me get her lips going here. Yeah, I need a smaller brush. I'm going in with my smallest brush. We got about 15 more minutes, folks. 15 more minutes. Okay, cool. Let's get this bottom one nice and done, nice and rosy. All right. And put a little highlight right at the top of her lips. Cool. All right, let me give her some nice dark brown eyes, almost black eyes. Here goes my brown paint. Oh, here, this is brown too. All right, we got a few more minutes. I can get this done. Remember, whatever you don't see here, you can go on the YouTube site and finish. Beautiful. I'm going to have to make that darker, a little more black. Cool. Very good. Now, my black is here. Black. All right, and let's get my tiniest and smallest brush. Alrighty then. Yeah, the painting that the Fall Festival event will definitely be something for strictly for beginners. I want to make sure you bring all of your art that we've done together. Kelly did. My daughter Kelly and her children have done some really nice artwork. And my friend, she's really like my daughter, but Nicole Fritz has done some real, and her friend Jennifer have done some really nice pieces that we've done together, okay? One thing we know about Frida Kahlo's eyebrows, she famously had a unibrow. So, it's okay to show that. Cool. All right, let's see. Let's give the other side a little. I'm going to actually go in with my, not my tiniest, not my tiniest brush, but the next size up. Because these brows are intense. Another thing I noticed about Frida Kahlo, she had a bit of a mustache. She had a little tiny mustache, so I don't know if we should, I think we're going to have to do that just so people know who it is. What do you think? All right, let me make her little eyes. Cool. Good. Hey, how do you like that? Cute? Frida Kahlo. Hey, when I put the advertisement out, I put the song by Selena, who's also a Mexican American. Well, I don't know if she was American, but she's definitely born in Mexico. How we coming? All right, I'm going to try to finish her hair. You think I could do that in 6 minutes? All right. I'm going to do some to her hair, put a little brown in it. And then I'm going to put the flowers on her head. Classic Frida Kahlo. I got cut off before, and the live is about to end. But I want to make sure my heartfelt condolences go to Nicole, the Fritz family, and to my little cousin Ashley's family. They had a great loss this week. And it can't go without being said that so much love is supporting you guys, okay? So, I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to make, thank you, Nick, for the compliment. I'm going to make her dress, I don't know, purple maybe. How about purple? Where's my purple? Yeah, I think I'll make her dress purple. And, oh, that looks like blue. Oh, that's blue. Where's the purple? Okay, I can't put my hands on the purple. Oh, it was purple. All right, brand new purple. All right, I'm going to make her dress purple. And then I'm going to use some of this purple paint to make her the flowers in her hair. I'm using my whitest brush for this. I know that this is really an ambitious effort for those of you who, are beginners. Yeah, this is a bit ambitious for a beginner. Pretty ambitious for someone who knows what they're doing a little bit. I gotta get her ear over here. Her ear is not covered. But I also thought that this would be a nice addition to the artwork that I already have hanging in my living room. Because I have, I don't think I have any Latina paintings, and this will be my first. to go with my other very ethnic paintings. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so now that I did her dress, I almost feel like her dress needs flowers on it, but I'm going to wait until that dries. But let me make her other ear, paint her other ear on. There we go. Cool. All right. I love it. I think this is going to be a great addition to my art wall over here. All right, so I'm going to paint flowers on her head. And I think I'm going to use some yellow. I would love to play like some light jazz in the back, but YouTube does not allow you to play other people's music, so there's that little issue. And how about pink? I have acrylics, but my daughter Stacy brought acrylic pins, which were amazing. I was able to paint a little. Let me show you what I did with acrylic pen. I'm going to buy a bunch of them. Stacy brought acrylic pens to the cookout, and look what I was able to paint. This is a rock, and I painted a boat that I saw last weekend, La Amistad, which has a big history behind it. You can look that up. There's actually a movie on Netflix. But with those little acrylic pens, you can do very fine detail. So, what might be nice is to have, and I've seen this before, have stations of different art projects that people could do at an event. So you could have rock painting in one section, and then paint and sip maybe in another session. The paint events that I've done thus far, I always preface it with, you can paint whatever you want. Don't feel obligated you got to paint what I'm painting. Okay, what else we're going to use? How about some red? Red. So I painted the whole thing, but I'm going to go back in with black and outline it. Okay? So, all right, what else? How about, let's put some purple in there. Why not? Jazz it up a little bit with some purple. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. And I don't know how many of you were actually trying to paint along. Like I said, this is pretty ambitious for a beginner. But I'm going to end the live, and I'm going to finish this painting and post it. if you were able to get through this painting, share those paintings with me. If not, look for the fall festival that we're gonna have over here, the fall festival painting set. All right, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. End of October or somewhere thereabouts. All right, let me get the green. Remember, you can also do this for a party. I'll come for a party to your event. Fundraiser, I'll take a percentage of that, and you keep the rest. And just to get your creative juices flowing here. And have company and spend time together. That's really what it's all about, spending time together. All right, folks, I'm gonna keep painting. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it. I hope it calms you down. It makes you happy and all that jazz. Okay.